Good everyone, welcome to this video. Today we have a review of the Chinese Sd Kfz 222 armoured car. Now it's classed as an SPA in game. I'm not sure if I agree with that. This thing should be a light tank, but whatever. It can multi-functions, which you will see in the table, that's for sure. Speaking of that, if you want to skip ahead to the table or the gameplay, you are more than welcome to do so. This entire section will just cover the vehicle in general, etc, etc. But if you want to skip ahead, they're in the description below. So the Chinese 222 is based on the early versions of the Sd Kfz 222 production. Now obviously I will be covering the German one separately, and we'll be going over more in depth of why that one is better, but this one is still good. But of course, if you've jumped to the table, well, if you're not going to jump to the table, you're going to be quite shocked of what this thing can do. So first of all, let's cover the armour of the 222. Obviously, the armour being an armoured car is not very good. It's mostly 8mm across the hull, with the wheels actually being thicker, but obviously these have a lower modifier. And overall, it's pretty weak on armour, which is to be expected for an armoured car. And obviously with it being the earlier variant, it doesn't have the improved frontal armour like the German one in the German tech tree does. But of course, that armour will obviously help it survive against your rounds, because you will be fighting a lot of German 222s, and trust me, they're not easy to fight sometimes, especially when there's 3 or 4 other buggers, but you can beat them. Obviously, it's all about not hitting where their armour is better, which is here. And you can hit up here where the armor is better, but you get my point. Obviously, they're going to be a little bit more speedy than you, but obviously with you having slightly better power to weight from what I've been able to see so far, this 222 can definitely do some work. The armor, of course, is not the strong point. What about its mobility? Well, this has the weaker engine at 75 horsepower. Stock, it's around 60-something, 66, I think. And it isn't amazing stock, like it still gets around very well, as you're going to see in the match, but it can sometimes struggle to get up the hills a little bit, so just bear that in mind. It's not got the grunt like you might think, but once you get it upgraded, it's a little bit better. Just avoid hills, really, is the best advice I can say. The forward speed of the vehicle is 50 miles an hour. You'll be very lucky to hit that if you've chucked it off a cliff, or on a decently paved road for some time. Your average speed will be between 25 miles per hour and around 35, which is still pretty impressive for a wheeled vehicle. And it can do that on most terrain as well. It's very nippy, this little fella is, and I must say I had an absolute blast playing this thing. I've been waiting for the 222 in-game for a long time, and, well, I'm glad I waited is all I'll say. So now coming up to the main armament, this is going to get interesting because obviously the 222 Chinese one does have worse armament than the German one. But there is one thing that actually helps it out in a certain role, which of course it's tagged in. It's tagged as an SPAA in game. So let's cover the cannon first. This is the KWK-30 20mm autocannon. Now its rate of fire isn't the highest, so don't expect it to be going like typical German 20mm. It doesn't do that. It's more like a dun 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 sort of motion, shall we say. And it's not bad at all. Like, it does have a fire rate of 280 rounds a minute, which is not bad at all. It does have a larger clip size than the German 222. It has double the clip size, so instead of 10, it's 20. But yeah, this of course is where the Chinese 222 has a better longevity before it needs to reload a magazine. But of course, there is a drawback relating to the cannon itself, and of course, that comes down to the belt options. And your coaxial machine gun is a MG13 Dre's machine gun, which sounds like a 30 cal for some reason, I don't know why. But this machine gun is rather low rate of fire, but it's still good enough to deal with other stuff that you need to deal with whilst your cannon's reloading. Or something like, I don't know, a plane's coming at you and you don't need to shoot the cannon at it like it's a biplane or something. Overall, though, the armament isn't too bad, but of course, that's when we come into the shells. So the shells themselves are pretty predictable for a German 20mm. The stock is APIT and HEF, which is okay. Obviously, you're going to be seeing that in this gameplay. You would have probably seen the third match if I felt like it, but no, I think it's more fair to see how it does with the stock belt, because it doesn't do too badly. And then, of course, you have the high explosive belt, which is more meant for anti-aircraft work. You can maybe bring 1 or 2 of these. And then you have your main tank hunting round, which will be the Panzergranate APIT round. Now, the penetration statistics are not too bad. It pens up to 37mm at 10 meters. You will struggle against Panzer IIIs. You'll also struggle against Panzer IVs at decent distances as well. You'll also struggle against some of the Stuarts that you'll run into, because they obviously have more than 37mm of armour, but around the sides they don't. So it's really about learning what this vehicle can and can't fight, and where to really use this thing's mobility and get around them. And of course, trying to disable modules like cannon barrels, gun breaches, and even doing so much as taking out the driver on a vehicle whilst you caught them off guard can make such a huge difference in this vehicle's ability. And of course, the 7.92 is a typical 7.92, so I'm not really going to need to talk about this here. But overall, I really did have fun with this thing, and whilst China did need an SPAA, I've been using this thing as an SPAA for quite some time, because it's actually pretty good at that if I'm playing low-tier China with people. But yeah, I think I have a replacement now, let's just put it that way. And not only that, this thing is more consistent with its cannon rounds than this thing is with its heat shell, but you get my point. So now we're going to move on to the little table and see how the vehicle did, and well, if you want to skip ahead to the gameplay, as I said, it's at the description, so feel free to do so. But anyway, let's move on to the table. And welcome to my little table. This is what I typically do when it comes to doing overall reviews now, tech tree vehicles that is. So if you're new to the channel, this is how I lay them out. I obviously lay them out in battle order. I put any notes that you need to know, like 15% RP booster, which obviously I've had running. And yeah. So we're going to talk about the 2 battles that actually had kills, because, you know, those are the matches that actually are interesting, instead of being slapped by an A13 because a teammate can't do anything about it. But, well, you know what I mean, it's low tier. If people don't spot a tank 2 feet in front of them, what can you do? So, you might think it's going to be battle 3 that I'm going to be showing you today, but no, it's going to be battle number 2. 2 air kills, 2 ground kills, 5 assists, 0 captures, no death, 9,432 SL, 2,182 RP. The main reason for this is because I feel it's more fair to show that even though this is the worst variant of the 2 armoured cars that are available, obviously the 222, I feel it's fair to show what the 222 can do stock, and not only that, show that this variant can still pack a decent punch. It's definitely the right call, because yes, I could easily show the 14 kill rampage, which was a complete rampage, but let's just say I had to clean out a lot of spawn campers, and that's just predictable and boring. The second match was far more interesting in my opinion, but you never know, maybe I could record the replay of that match and have it as a bonus video or something. Let me know what you think. But anyway, I'm going to hand you over to the gameplay now. Of course, if you've skipped ahead to the gameplay, it doesn't matter. But I hope you'll enjoy seeing battle number 2 in a completely stock Sd Kfz 222. I'll see you all on the next one. Even stock this thing's fast. Gotta give it that. We're going to take a bit of a different route, because I suspect they're going to probably go either towards B, or they're going to try and take a cut through. Don't want to be too aggressive though, because we are in a stock vehicle. Some Bravo. There's something there. Look like a Stuart. Okay, let's move up and see if we can get into position up on the ridge. Which is a high-risk area to be in, but hang on a second. I'll pull a little bit more forward. A little bit more forward, please. Gotcha. German 222 destroyed. I think I can hear something up here. Or at least close by. No, it's behind the, it's just behind these rocks over here. Yeah, you have to play this variant anyway. You have to play this variant very differently to... Because obviously I can't really pen that Panzer III, so... That's friendly. Because there's a Panzer III there, and I can't destroy that. I mean, I can, but I'd have to get pretty close to it. I think I can maybe get a cheeky pen on it, but I'm not willing to, like, risk that. Because, Panzer IIIs can be pretty annoying. Artillery's dropping, I need to move. I'm gonna squad mark it. Now come multiple vehicles. We can take out the M8, but the M8's going to be a bit tricky. So we got some penetrations, but only took out the crew members that I wasn't aiming for, or ideally aiming for. I thought he was dead, the M8. I left him because I thought he was dead. You found something, buddy? I'll take the kill assist. See, you're going to be getting a lot of a kill assist for this thing, it seems, because... like, obviously I know I'm using half HE because, well, I'm stock, but to me this seems like a bit of an assist magnet. What about your way, buddy? We're gonna have to head up to near the spawn, I think, and... Friendly, yep, good. I think we're gonna go do that. We're gonna head towards the top spawn to see if we can clear some of them out. That's a teammate, that's okay. Yeah, so far I'm not like OTT about this thing, but like it's not bad. Like it's just one of those, yeah, you have to play a little bit carefully because, well, you don't have the penetration like the German one does, from obviously because this thing doesn't have HVAP, but it seems to be doing alright so far. But obviously being stock and having a weaker engine, but obviously the German one's a little bit heavier. Oh, no, we're gonna have to go B. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, I can kill that, but it's gonna take a while, to say the least. I need air support on that thing. Yeah, I can kill that. Problem is it's gonna take too long to do it. Okay, someone killed it. Good. That's what I want to see. Alright, just ignore that. That's friendly, okay. That isn't, though. Oh shit, yep, we're dead. In fact, no, his machine gun's dead. We might be able to take out his... Yeah, his gun's dead. Commander's dead. Let's go for it. Can't go anywhere without your gun, mate. Circle strafe. God, I'm rusty with this 20mm. You can tell I don't play much Loader anymore, can you? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That's Big Mama. We've got a Big Mama in, man. Don't want to hit the friendly, so I'm going to be careful here. Nice. Critical hit. Hey, we got him! Nice, 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 nice. And kill assist on the 1-9. Ah! Ow, ow, ow. Oh, we got lucky. That went through the engine deck, but luckily the top part, not the bottom part, otherwise we'd be dead. Woo, that was close. Butt cheek clench. Okay, we've only got 2 crew left, and we are... Well, the radiator's dead, but no one cares about that. By the way, audience participation if you've made it this far. Do you think having a damaged radiator should, like, eventually destroy your engine or, like, overheat your engine so you have to stop and, like, let it cool down or something? Just something like that, because, like, at the minute, radiator really does nothing. It's just extra armor, in a way. Let me know what you think. Comments below. I just thought of that now because I thought, like, I've been obviously playing a long time and radiator literally just does nothing. So I can hear something. It sounds French. Aha! Hello! Are you kidding me? I thought that took out the engine, but apparently not. Right, back up. Okay, he's not dead after that, but he is most certainly dead. Where's our little friend? It's Panzer III. Okay, this might be tough. See if we can move up a little bit. There's the Panzer. Go on, turn round, turn round. That's it, good lad. I'll take that. Oh no. No, 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 no. Put the clutch in. Put the clutch in. Okay, no. We're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. I really don't want to be sat on this side bridge, so do it the old-fashioned way. This is the problem with not having much horsepower when you start, but, you know, that's just what happens. Yeah, I do like this thing so far. Like, it's obviously got to grow on me a little bit more, but this is a vehicle that I think it has plenty of charm, so I don't think it's going to take too long in that regard. Yeah, that 20mm is just going to bounce off that Panzer. Here comes the 112. I think he's ignoring me. That's good. Yeah, I need to get my aim back in with this 20mm. It's one thing I need to do on the bucket list, I guess. That did basically nothing. And just pissed him off. This is the last belt, so we're going to make this count. No. Go away. Okay, you I can kill. Driver, put it in reverse. I would say Danke schön, but, well, this isn't a German car now. Get out of here. That's hardly fired. Oh, we need to move. Driver, get us the frick out of it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that match. Ow. No. No, 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 no. Just drive. Just drive. Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. 2 kills, 2 ground kills, 5 assists. Yeah, this little guy can do some work. It won't be like dominant, but when you get when you get into a good position, you can use the mobility. It isn't as good as the German one, but it can certainly do some work.